or even players in the world. However, he has never gotten a trophy to his name, and people like to call it the curse of Harry Kane. Now, before I explain what this is, I will be only mentioning World Cups and Euro Cups, even though he's come close to winning trophies in other tournaments. Any questions? Okay, let's move on. Harry Kane's first ever Euro qualifiers had come around in 2014 through 2016, and after dominating and getting first place in Group E, Harry Kane had made it to his first ever Euros. And after being in a group with Russia, Wales, and Slovakia, they finished in second, which meant they had made it to their first ever round of 16. And believe it or not, this was actually a very insane game, so I would just let it play for itself.
Wayne Rooney. England have their early goal. Lift off inside 4 minutes. It's headed on and a chance for Anderson. Sigurdsson has equalised. England are in front. It's found Gylfi Sigurdsson. He set up a chance here for Sigurdsson. It's 2-1 to Iceland. Joe Hart couldn't keep it out.
So yeah, England, the big team name, had lost to Iceland, the underdog, causing a massive upset. However, there's no more time to talk about this loss, as Harry Kane's first World Cup qualifiers had just started, and once again, England had gone first in their group, meaning that they got into the World Cup. They were then put into a group with Belgium, Tunisia, and Panama. They made it through barely in the second spot. This meant Harry Kane had just made his first ever World Cup round of 16, and this time England were determined to make it to the quarterfinals.
Harry Kane is England's priceless gem! Him and him again! Quadrado takes and Mina scores! Rosa's kept on running here! Oh, he wasn't a million miles away. And it comes down to 5 kicks each from 12 yards. 4 each. Back up! Pickford stops it! Eric Dyer places the ball on the spot. And England win on penalties! History in itself for this new team, new territory. The last 8 of the World Cup, and who knows where beyond.
After a very intense match, England had finally done it and made it to the quarterfinals. But their luck didn't stop there, as they beat Sweden in an easy 2-0 game, meaning Harry had made it to his first ever semi-finals. However, this wasn't going to be easy as they were playing Croatia. So the question was, would they be able to do it?
It is Kieran Trippier. It is delicious! Glorious, glorious England goal! Pitch for Vaselko, aimed in beyond Mandzukic and fired home by Perisic. Croatia's cravings are satisfied. Walker got there, so though did Perisic. Mandzukic! Croatia hit the front. Mario Mandzukic pounced, and England are hurt. And Croatia, for the first time ever, will play in a World Cup final.
This was a pretty sad loss for England. However, they needed to lock in for the Euro Cup, and lock in they did as they placed first in qualifiers and easily made it through group stage. They then beat the big name Germany 2-0 with a goal by my boy Harry Kane, an embarrassing 4-0 loss for Ukraine, and in that game Harry Kane even scored 2 whole goals. But England didn't stop there, as they beat Denmark 2-1 in the semi-finals with a game-winning goal by Harry Kane in extra time. This meant that Harry had made it to his first Euro final, England versus Italy. If Harry Kane wanted the trophy, this would be his chance.
Sterling making a dart. Walker in there too. Might come to Luke Shaw! Corner
corner into that near post. Cristante with the flick on. It's loose. It comes off the post. It's tucked in. Bonucci equalises.
However, there are no more goals scored in this game, which meant that it would all come down to penalties. Now, I would show what happens in these penalties, except I can't because of copyright. But I'll just have to explain. So basically, the final score was Italy 3, and drumroll please, 2 to England, which means England had lost. This was a devastating loss for Harry Kane, as he was so close to getting that trophy but couldn't pull through. Anyways, the World Cup qualifiers came around, and once again England placed first in their group. They then flew by group stages, getting first. This meant that they had made it to the round of 16 and had to play Senegal. Luckily, this was a pretty easy match with a 3-0 to England. This meant that they had to beat France, a big team name, to make it to the semifinals. However, they couldn't do it with a loss of 1-2. It was once again a very sad loss for Harry Kane. However, the Euro Cup was coming around again, and this time England was looking to win it. Now, as always, England made it through qualifiers and group stage. This meant that they had to play Slovakia, and after a save from Jude Bellingham and a score by Harry Kane in extra time, they beat them 2-1. They then played Switzerland in the quarterfinals and beat them in penalties 5-3. Finally, they beat Netherlands in the semifinals with a 2-1 score, meaning that they made it to the Euro final twice in a row, and this time they were determined to win. But it wasn't going to be easy as they had to play Spain. The game started off with a goal for Spain by Nico Williams in the 47th minute. Then Cole Palmer for England scored in the 73rd minute. Finally, the game-winning score in the 86th minute was scored by Michael Oyarzabal for Spain. This meant that Harry Kane could not get his trophy, and who knows if he ever will get one, as all the evidence I showed can be confirmed by a curse. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day.